60s.
Look at those wipers.
Yeah. I think I'm trying to think, yeah, one, it's on and off.
We have a 1973 Galaxy Ford Country Sedan station wagon.
Really?
With a 429.
Great. That's a roomy ride, huh?
Yep, it's got the rear-facing seats that face each other in the back.
Okay.
With a tailgate and a hinged door. So it's either or.
That's neat.
If you had a dime for every time you pulled out a car onto this road.
I'd be rich. Yes, I would. I wish we'd have our own stoplight, but I don't think that's going to happen. Actually, it's not. During the week, it's bad, right?
Yeah, I can imagine.
Traffic, but on the weekend, it's not too bad.
You have a secret loop that you always do?
On the rides?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we have this loop here that goes on interstate for just a little bit and around, and then we have a shorter loop that if we turn right out of the museum, it stays off the interstate if we have like slower cars. So yeah, we kind of, those are the two loops we kind of do.
Did you guys restore this or get it this way?
We actually bought it this way. It came from Germany. Obviously, someone else restored it. We've had it about 15 years. We've done a little mechanical work to it, but cosmetically, it is the way we got it.
This thing's awesome.
Yeah, it's very comfortable.
It is.
Now we're getting on the Autobahn.
The Autobahn.
Der Autobahn.
They're Autobahn.
Have you been on the Autobahn, Jeff?
I have several times. You know, the fallacy about the Autobahn now is there's a lot of sections where the speed is limited, especially more congested areas, right?
That's not true?
That is true. Well, there's unlimited areas, but there's not that many left. Like in northern Germany, where it's more rural, there's some areas, but even in the areas where it's unlimited, it's really hard to go fast because there's so much traffic, right? And the trucks are all in the right lane, and then if we get out in the left lane, I mean, somebody might be going 100, but if you want to go 150, you gotta wait for them to move over.
That'll go to the Nürburgring.
I never have been there, no. I'd like to.
You go take one of the Tatras there.
I don't know about that.
We saw what happened. We were here the week after they rolled
The 87?
the 87.
Okay,
A sad day.
yeah.
Can't say you didn't warn them, right?
Yeah, we did warn them, yeah. It was very, I mean, I was standing there watching it. He was going so slow, I couldn't believe it could tip over at that low speed, right? He was going like 30, maybe less than that.
Wow.
And those things are just notoriously bad handlers.
You know, for a 40s car, it doesn't handle that bad. It doesn't like abrupt movement. And that's really what got him. He was kind of jerking the wheel back and forth. Doing blow up the tires in a race car. But if you drive it gently, I mean, it's not a sports car, but it's pretty adequate.
The maroon Tatra is my favorite.
The 97, yeah.
Actually, I just can't believe the technology and the chrome and how awesome those cars were back then that weren't made here.
Yeah, it's a really nice car.
And we often wondered how well they did in the snow.
I would think because there's a lot of weight in the back, it probably did all right.
Yeah, and if
I don't know, but
if they fogged up or
they probably fogged up because the only heater they have is kind of a Volkswagen type
right.
under the front seat type heater. So I would think fogging up would be a problem.
Yeah, I would think so too. Our Volkswagen bus did the same thing.
Yeah.
We often now we try to couple this visit with the we go up to Duncan.
Oh yeah, Gary Duncan. Yeah, the one in Smyrna or the one
Yeah,
in Danville?
in Smyrna,
Okay.
and he gets to sit in all the cars he loves
I've never been there.
and worships.
I keep saying I want to go down there and look around, but I know Gary Duncan.
Do you?
Yeah, not super well, but I've met him a few times. He keeps threatening to come over. He wants to come see the museum, but he's a really busy guy. So
He's got a few stores, doesn't he?
yeah, well, I guess he sold a few of his modern, like Acura and BMW. I think
They've got an amazing collection at this one.
Yeah.
Their Virginia store is pretty.
It's even bigger, I think, right?
Yeah, it's pretty big.
Yeah.
But the fact that you can get in and sit in a right-hand drive classic,
Yeah.
as you would say.
Yep.
What do you think, Warren?
This is awesome.
How many cars they have down there in Smyrna? 100?
Easily, yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep. Their footprint's a little smaller than yours,
Uh-huh.
but there's still a good number of cars there. And you know, the minivans, the K trucks, the K vans.
I saw on this road, actually yesterday, I was going back from lunch and there was one of his K trucks on the road. It said Duncan Sports and Imports on the back.
Yeah.
Well, obviously somebody bought one from him.
Now everybody's trying. You know, you could probably import yourself nowadays, but at least these come. Look at the gear on this. Are you in third?
Yes. It's geared real low.
Wow.
It's really, it goes like 90, but anything above 65, the motor's going.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's 30. It's got a lot of torque too, but I mean, you can, fourth gear, we're going 50 miles,
Yeah.
30 miles an
And
hour.
it's not even dieseling or anything.
Yeah. It's got a lot of torque. It makes it fun, easy and fun to drive, right?
It looks absolutely fun to drive. Oh, there's the Andy Griffith car.
Yes.
See it, Dub? You know what it is?
It's a Galaxy.
Is it?
Yeah. 65 Galaxy, 64 Galaxy.
We have a couple project cars at home too. They're the Dodge Rampage.
Okay.
Are you familiar with those?
Is that the little mini pickup?
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. That's cool. That's on an Omni floor pan, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Front-wheel drive.
Omni
Yep.
0.24.
Yeah. Those are rare.
They only made
Kinda
like
rare, yeah.
40,000 of them.
Yeah.
And then they made the Plymouth version, which was the Scamp,
Okay.
which they only made like 3,000, 4,000 of.
And that's the one Carroll Shelby coined the GLH.
Right.
The Omni GLH, yeah.
And there's a Shelby version of the Rampage.
That one's rare. That was only sold in California. That one was, yeah. That one was only sold in California, and they made hardly any of them. I think they made like triple digits.
Is that mid-70s?
80s, early 80s. They only ran through 82 to 84. And the 82 and 83 models had 2 headlights, and the 84 model was the facelifted 4 headlight version. You could get them with a 4-speed manual or a 3-speed auto.
We just did the power tour with the station wagon.
Oh, okay.
We went from Charlotte to Atlanta to Columbia, South Carolina,
Uh-huh.
Columbia, South Carolina to Rockingham, North Carolina, and then Rockingham back to Charlotte, Charlotte to Bristol, and then from Bristol back home.
Is that 5 days then?
5 days, yeah. Over 6,000 cars at a couple of the venues, and it's the largest moving car show in the world.
I've heard of that. It's come through Nashville.
Yeah, yep, it might next year.
Oh, really? Yeah.
And if it does, we know what we're stopping.
Yeah, we do. We're coming to see Jeff, Uncle Jeff. Now we're going to start calling him. And then we're going to move you up here when you get out of high school so you can come work for Jeff.
There you go.
Okay. It's a good job.
That'd be awesome.
Plenty of jobs in the automotive field.
Yeah, that's what I keep telling them.
Restoration people, even marketing people, and all kinds of other.
Restoration, awesome, yeah. Especially where we are.
Oh yeah.
God, so much talent there.
Look at that. Little loop.
Thing rides so
Perfect.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, it gives you a little freeway experience, a little back road.
Couldn't feel a single bump in that.
Nope. Nothing.
Here we go.
Wow.